As a host of prominent politicians and media were targeted by suspicious bomb-like packages in the mail, a clear pattern quickly emerged. They've all spoken out against Trump administration policies, and President Donald Trump has publicly vilified them. What is the relationship between those who are targeted and Trump? We have the facts. Each target has drawn the ire of Trump and made their way into his speeches and Twitter feed over the years. Critics suggest Trump's rhetoric has created a charged political atmosphere that can inspire violence. The White House pushed back on the claim, with Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders saying,
"The president is certainly not responsible."
But this wasn't always his opinion, as shown by Trump's past remarks against the people targeted. In numerous interviews and tweets, Trump singled out billionaire liberal activist George Soros, accusing him of paying protesters who opposed Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination. Ahead of the 2018 midterms, Soros donated $10 million, backing liberal candidates and causes. In a Bloomberg video, the billionaire investor spoke about Trump at a World Economic Forum.
I consider the Trump administration a danger to the world.
Trump made personal attacks on his opponent Hillary Clinton, calling her Crooked Hillary, in rally speeches, tweets, and even debates during his presidential race.
It's Crooked Hillary Clinton.
On the campaign trail, Clinton responded by saying Trump's behavior and statements made him unqualified and unfit to be president.
Making Donald Trump our commander-in-chief would be a historic mistake.
Even after Clinton received the bomb, Trump supporters chanted, "Lock her up," reported by MSNBC. Trump also pointed fingers at President Obama for his handling of suspicions about Russia prior to the election. Years earlier, Trump demanded Obama's birth certificate and helped fuel a conspiracy that the president was not born in America. Obama has launched a blistering attack on President Trump and Republicans, calling on Americans to restore some semblance of sanity to our politics.
It did not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause.
Trump called Obama-era CIA Director John Brennan a liar and stripped him of his security clearance over his involvement in the Russia investigation.
I've never respected him. I've never had a lot of respect.
Brennan appeared on MSNBC's The Rachel Maddow Show to respond to Trump.
But he's drunk on power. He really is. And I think he's abusing the powers of that office.
Former Attorney General Eric Holder served under President Obama and said to be considering a run for president in 2020. During a 2018 human rights campaign event, he said,
"This Make America Great mindset is not only flawed, it's rooted in fear."
At a campaign event in Georgia, Holder urged Democrats to be tough like Republicans.
When they go low, we go high. No. When they go low, we kick them.
On Fox and Friends, Trump said,
He better be careful what he's wishing for.
Live on CNN, California Democratic Representative Maxine Waters has called for more immediate action.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome.
Trump responded to Waters' comment from the rally, saying she's calling for harm to his supporters and that she should be careful what she wishes for. And since Trump's tweet, she's received death threats. Waters was one of the first Democrats to call for Trump's impeachment after his inauguration in 2016, calling him a scumbag, immoral, indecent, and inhumane. Robert De Niro, one of Trump's most outspoken critics, called him baby in chief, and Trump took to Twitter stating that the actor might be punch drunk. To follow up, De Niro took to Saturday Night Live to do what he does best, acting. Earlier in October, Trump verbally attacked Biden in a CBS interview. Trump described him as 1% Biden until President Obama took him off the trash heap.
But Biden never by himself could never do anything.
Biden's criticism of the president has ranged from his foreign policy to his response to the violent clashes in Charlottesville. The former vice president responded to Twitter himself, saying, "This isn't how a president should behave. We're better than this." New Jersey Senator Cory Booker, a likely presidential contender in 2020. Trump tweeted at Booker, saying there's no future for the Democratic Party if he intends to run. And Booker responded to the tweet on CNN saying,
"I love Donald Trump." I'm going to say that. What? I don't want to answer his hate with hate. I'm going to answer it with love.
In a CBS interview, Trump called out the former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, saying,
"I have no confidence in Clapper." And then all of a sudden, he's gone haywire.
And Clapper responded to Trump on CNN.
Our genuine concerns about this president and this presidency, and who is assaulting values and institutions and standards of this country, which collectively we've spent decades defending.
Aside from the politicians that these packages have been sent to, Trump targeted the media, specifically CNN, after a package addressed to Brennan was sent to their New York office building. CNN President Jeff Zucker, whose network has often been attacked by Trump as fake news, said the president and his aides don't seem to understand that their harsh words can cause actual harm. The president unleashed an early morning attack directly at CNN, tweeting that the lowly rated news organization can criticize me at will, but when I criticize them, they go wild and scream, it's just not presidential.
The media also has a responsibility to set a civil tone and to stop the endless hostility and constant negative and oftentimes false attacks and stories. Have to do it. They've got to stop.
In the past, Trump has called the free press the enemy of the people. He's also expressed support for the congressman who body slammed a reporter. His supporters at rallies who get violent with protesters and dictators around the world who murder their own citizens.
No nation can succeed that tolerates violence.